Hi everybody, it's me, Harrison from the Toledo Public Library again. I've got a little explainer video for you. I can explain. Why won't you let me explain? I have something to explain to you. I'm going to explain it to you. First, a little context. As of this filming, tomorrow, May 7th, is Free Comic Book Day 2022. We are going to have a stack of free comics, limit to per patron, for you to come down and pick up. We'll also have a handout with some other places in the area where you can or you might find comics at other times, not just on Free Comic Book Day. As for us, we have a permanent collection of graphic novels, comics, graphic nonfiction scattered throughout all of our sections. You'll find the little graphic novel sticker on there, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Is one of the items that I've added, not for free. You have to bring it back. This is something that has been added to our permanent adult collection. It is volume 1 of EC Comics Pre-Code, The Haunt of Fear. And this has a little something interesting about it that I thought you might enjoy hearing about, because this is volume 1, and if you look, the issues included in volume 1 are issues 15 through 17 and 4 through 6. Yes, the first 6 issues of The Haunt of Fear were issues 15, 16, 17, 4, 5, 6, in that order. I can explain. So back in 1950, when this comic came out, the postage for a comic book that was subscription went out by second-class postage, a cheaper rate for periodicals. Nowadays, you have a set periodical rate. If it's a comic book, it goes out periodical rate. Nobody worries about it. Back then, publishers had to, once a year, usually in the winter time, would have to declare, their subscribers and all this stuff to justify their second-class postage. So if you had a series running for a while and you wanted to introduce a new series, and maybe you had one that was getting old, you could start a whole new publication at issue 1 and not have any subscribers and deal with sending some out, not on the cheaper postage, and deal with all of that hassle. Or you could just keep your serialization and your subscribers and all of that stuff, and keep your issue numbers just going, and just change something little, like the title and the entire content of the publication. So in the case of The Haunt of Fear, this took over from a Western series of Western comics called Gunfighter. So they just switched it over at issue 15. Gunfighter became The Haunt of Fear. 15, 16, 17, everybody's happy. But the post office, they pay attention. They're good at what they do. The post office said, no, you can do, that's okay, you can do that, but you can't just stop. Who do you think you are? I am. And they said, you got to start over. We know this is not the gunfight. That's not a cowboy. Look at that. Okay, he's grimacing like a cowboy. Got the wide stance like a cowboy, but that's a mummy. We're the post office. We know that's a mummy. You know why we know? No hat. Can only be one other thing. That's not a cowboy. That's a mummy. Start your series. This is a new series. So they did. But you can't just start at 1, because they already did the first 3 issues, 15, 16, 17. So they start over at 4. 4, 5, 6, they start over. So the first 6 issues are 15, 16, 17, 4, 5, 6. And this ran for 28 issues, which means there are 2 each of 15, 16, and 17, being the first, second, and third, and 15th, 16th, and 17th but they continued with after that point all the way up to their final issue when the Comics Code went into effect, and you couldn't have this kind of scary, dirty, stabby stuff in your big name comics anymore. So that's I told you I could explain. So that's the story of the weird issue numbers in Volume 1 of The Haunt of Fear. And you find this in some other comics of this era as well. So we'll have lots of comics for you to pick up, take home, dig around through, and then we will always have lots of comics in collections for you to borrow and take home and enjoy as well. So have a happy free comic book day, and we'll see you here. Bye-bye.